Independent Caribbean island countries making the best freaking flags you've ever seen. Finally, someone has addressed this. Why are they so good down there? Like minus Bermuda with the Union Jack copyright symbol in the top left-hand corner. These other ones are just great. I love Puerto Rico. I love Cuba. Barbados has one of my favorite flags of all time. Really liking that Jamaica includes some green in there. Medieval heraldry be like, literally, why are they always looking like this? It's always like the profile view of a lion for some reason standing on its two back legs. It's like one person came up with this concept and then literally everybody copied. The Italian pride flag. Made this for Pride Month for Italians. Based the colors off Mario and Luigi, Italian icons. The red represents bravery, the green represents brotherhood, and the white represents gloves. This guy responds with, that's literally the Italian flag. You don't say. That's weird. Kinda crazy that both the Italian flag and the Italian pride flag are the exact same. All the flags that I saw during my morning commute to work. Wow, 14 of these, 13 of these, 31 with this yellow eagle on it. Wait a second. Holy crap, guys! I've been transported to the Battle of Hayden, 1187 AD! Is it just me, or is there something kinda terrifying about unfamiliar flags? If I was in a time machine and I just popped out of my DeLorean looking around at all the different fabric that was flying above me, if I didn't see something somewhat recognizable, I would be traumatized. Flag of the Isle of Man, except they've made great advancements with their machines. What a perfectly crafted Isle of Man flag right here. I think it's even more OP than the original, somehow. Still probably not as great as the Island of Sicily flag that I got back there. Nothing will ever be more terrifying. Shaq, but it's actually the pride flag. Did he really play for this many teams? I mean, I know about the Miami Heat and the Lakers, but I'm really surprised to find out he was on some of these other, Phoenix, the Celtics. Oh, you just turned this Cleveland jersey purple, didn't you? Still impressive. Thank you for that, Shaq. The flag of Norway, but I've decided to rotate it and add a few stars. Something feels very demonetizable about this. I have the weird feeling that Abraham Lincoln would suddenly dislike Norway a whole lot. Flag of Kuwait, but somebody is stuck in it. I've always thought about this when I see the Kuwait flag. It for some reason seems like this 3D space because of the way they've done this. It's like getting banished to the Shadow Realm. You think that was what they were going for all along? I wouldn't be surprised. The flag of the Netherlands and South Korea for some reason look really good together. I'm assuming this has something to do with the hues of each color or the tone of each color. It's not often that you see the blues match up and the reds. Know your geography. Geography 101 class. So over here we have Russia, and over this way, a little bit to the west, we have not Russia, 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 not Russia. Definitely not Russia. Georgia's definitely not Russia. Well, what about Moldova? I don't see not Russia labeled on this. Is that maybe Russian? Only time will tell. The official flag of the Finnish Air Force Academy. Please tell me this is not true. There's no way they haven't changed it. I understand in the 40s, the 1940s, maybe there was a weird alliance going on, but I want to believe that this is still out of date. Now, according to Wikipedia, it is not. It is active as of 2005 to even 2022 somehow. I feel like this is probably not the best look. Just a hunch. Wait, according to this article, the Finnish Air Force removed it from its logo. It's just been a century later. I don't even know what to say. Found this cursed flag on Amazon. Believe it or not, I actually saw this too, looking for flags on Amazon as well. It's this weird NATO, US, Ukrainian, and European Union flag, and I don't know who had the bright idea to make this. It's clearly selling though, or at least it's gathering traffic, because it was at one of like the top spots when I searched flags on this website. Maybe I should just get it at this point, like it's so cursed. A new update to the pride flag just dropped. This one might be even more internationally recognized. I feel like a lot of people have seen something similar to this before. I don't know what it is about it. It just feels very familiar. Someone posted their beautiful Nordic Garfield flag and it got removed from r/flags. If it's not apparent by now that we live in a society, then I don't know what is. If you are a resident to Maryland and not willing to wear these pants, I feel like your citizenship should be revoked immediately. I mean, Marylanders get to wake up every single day and know that their flag is better than all the other 49 states, so you might as well rock it as apparel as well. I mean, just to flex on everybody else, I don't even mind. Flag of the USSR, but I've changed its colors to support Ukraine. This is quite possibly the most cursed Soviet Union flag I've ever seen in my life, but it kind of looks good. Why does it look so good? Blue and yellow are complementary colors, so maybe that's why, perhaps, but I like this. Maybe I shouldn't say that, I don't know. Cool new flag design that my wife just showed me. She calls this the divorce agreement, a complete divorce service paper. Now, I realize what you're thinking. A lot of flag connoisseurs don't like when there's a lot of text on flags, but I think we can make an exception here. For some reason, this just feels natural. You know, rules are meant to be broken, and just something about this just really hits home. I just think it says a lot, and I'm going to look at it for a very long time. The flag of the United Kingdom and Iceland together, for some reason, two more flags that just look really good as a combination. Why is this so perfect? I don't understand. I guess it really has to do with the shading and everything, but wow, you guys should probably like annex each other or create some sort of Icelandic UK union. Someone spotted this somewhere in Chicago. I also just saw this same exact design in New York, and I knew instantly this was supposed to be a reference to the Ukrainian flag, but it didn't like show anything else. There was no text that said like support Ukraine or something like that. It just showed the wheat fields and the sky. Instantly I was like, that's the Ukrainian flag. But then just like moved on to some other advertisement, so I was like, oh, that must not have actually been any sort of reference to Ukraine. I guess it actually is. I'm just like kind of depressed that I wasn't for sure about the whole thing. Obviously this was the Ukrainian flag. The bi flag, except for some reason it's been colonized by the United Kingdom. What a unique looking design. I would have never guessed this. For some reason I feel like if the bi kingdom was colonized by the UK, they'd put their Union Jack in the bottom right hand corner. I don't know why. I wonder what made them think that it would definitely go in the upper left hand. Since 1991, Kyrgyzstan politicians have suggested a blue flag instead of what they have now, which is red. This doesn't look too bad, honestly. I kind of like the look of it, to be honest. Like, I'm wondering if they're trying to get away from the former Soviet Union colors with this red and yellow. The only thing better than blue would be green and white. Then it would truly be the Xbox Nation flag. The trans flag, except it's actually Monopoly money. Who would have guessed this? The hue of these colors is actually eerily similar. Is Monopoly money trying to tell us something? Dear liberals, what country is this flag from? And why do all the cute girls come from it? Sincerely, Ben Shapiro. I've already seen this post many times, but honestly, I just love it so much. How to make all of Iberia extremely angry at you, no matter if you're from Portugal or Spain. I'm just trying to figure out how they could possibly make this mistake unless it's some sort of like troll behind this. I don't know. Maybe there's a lot bigger flag dyslexias out there than I'm expecting. I'm obviously always messing up between Poland and Indonesia or Ireland and the Ivory Coast, but making a mistake like this is just a whole nother level. Flag of Qatar, except it's incredibly cursed. I mean, at some point we are gonna start throwing leaders on here, right? I'm actually surprised that we haven't already done it already. Just wait for North Korea to throw on Kim Jong-un. Flag of Japan, but I changed the colors in support of Ukraine, made the sun sunnier, and added a dope eagle. Wow. Something about this feels so real. Like, I could definitely see a real world country somewhere out there flying this. It's rare that a flag just feels so familiar. Heraldry of a monarchist USA. So you can see like the two eagles, the double head right here turning the other way. Pretty normal stuff, but what is this reference to like DC here with this mini shield? There's probably a lot of references to some of the states somewhere around here, but man, this is beautiful. It would be definitely sucky to throw on a flag. This is really detailed, but I still like it. Flag of Australia, except it's actually a live slug reaction. You know what? I'd still take this over the Union Jack copyright up in the left-hand corner. Another list of flags this person saw on their commute to school. They have 5 USA flags. 1 of these to colonial America, 4 of the no-no American. Why would someone have old school? I don't really know. And then is this the Chicago Bears? Why? Where could this guy possibly come from? I want to say Chicago, but why would there be 4 no-no USA flags? Or the East Coast in general? Are they cool with being like a colonial America again or something? Really curious about this person's location. It doesn't have anything to do with the Chicago Bears. My school is in Tennessee. It's a Tennessee place. What the hell's going on in Tennessee? Why are these people flying this stuff? The war flag for Moldova, and I can't say I've ever seen this before, but wow, this is hardcore. Now, normally the Moldova flag looks something like this. Not too bad. I like the simplicity of it. Just don't go to battle with these guys because this war flag is kind of terrifying. I mean, if your war flag isn't terrifying, I feel like there's kind of a problem. I mean, obviously Japan kind of already has that whole concept down. Here's another one of those posts, except it's flags I've seen on my way to save save the princess. 76 of these, 76 of these, 10 of these. Interesting. I feel like I've also seen this before, but in like a digital space or world. Why am I now all of a sudden thinking of that Italian pride flag? Flags I've seen on my walk on the moon. Okay, this is a pretty deep reference. I'm surprised that this got so popular. What is that whole thing called again? When like the no-no Germans colonized the moon? Oh, Iron Sky. I need to watch that. The Reich Strikes Back. This movie clearly looks like a 10 out of 10. Balloons I saw on my commute somewhere in Berlin. There's 99 red balloons. That sounds interesting. Something about that feels kind of catchy. Feels like it could be a great song one day. A map, but actually it's just a flag of Romania. It's a Romanian flag in disguise. I'm not surprised. Or is it? It could just be a secret Chad flag. Never underestimate those Chaldeans. An even better American flag. It's actually just a flag without Kentucky. I don't know who might have possibly made so much Kentucky slander. I've never really heard much Kentucky slander. Maybe they're not big fans of KFC. Who is Kentucky's rival anyways? I guess it would be Tennessee. That's the only one I can really think of. Flag of the USSR, but it's actually just a cat that I'm deciding to bonk. More cats deserve to be bonked and sent to jail. They out here doing some pretty wild stuff. Flags of the former Soviet Union. So we have the former Russian flag for the Soviet Union, the Ukrainian SSR flag. I don't mind this. Look at Belarus barely changed their flag. Lithuania compared to their current. Latvia compared to their current. Estonia, wow, that's a weird one with all the waves and things like that. Moldavian and Georgia, I've never seen that flag in my entire life. Armenian SSR, Azerbaijan. So the Georgia countries kind of are similar. That's where the blue comes from for the Kazakhstan flag. Uzbekistan. There's not much variation. I mean, in a way, these are just like states in the SSR, obviously. I've not seen so many of these, I'm surprised to say. But it is interesting to see where they might have gotten their reference from, the current modern day flag. I mean, Belarus barely changed, they just threw off the hammer and sickle. And then there are other places, obviously, on the planet that completely made no reference to their old stuff. This is the strangest thing I've ever seen. What was the USSR thinking with this one? You see the flag of your own country in the sky. We have Turkey, okay, moon and star, I get that. Argentina, yep, sun and then blue and blue. Germany with the black, red, and yellow. Colombia, yellow, blue, red, wow. And then finally, Japan. Wait. Yeah, that would be the end of the world if we see the Japan flag in the sky that big. Mr. Incredible would definitely be uncanny there. Someone Googled generic flag and basically an old Yugoslavian flag popped up. I wonder if that would be the same case for me. Wow, that's kind of evil. That really is the case. We also have Ukrainian flags as well as a backwards USA for some reason. Are USA flags that common that they're now seen as kind of generic? It says a lot about society. Backwards Australian flag for some reason. All right, well, I guess it's safe to say if you've ever like designed your own unique flag and it looks anything like when you Google generic flags, you probably need to change it up a bit. Here's a random West Virginian Mountaineers flag. That poor university. The Argentinian flag in light mode versus the Argentinian flag in dark mode. I still think that this country should change their flag depending on the time of day. I just have two flags ready to go. One for 12 hours and another for the other 12 hours. I want to have this creepy moon staring at me while I'm asleep. Ah yes, the flag of Romania, according to Romania's TikTok. Experience the raw beauty of Romania. I mean, close enough. They decided to go with a more simplified version. They just kind of got rid of the red, but everything else stays the same. Romania, I'm liking the change. You're not going to be as confused with Chad, although you will be confused with another neighbor of yours probably. Once again, two flags that look very similar next to each other. I'm starting to believe that they intentionally changed the colors of their flag to match whatever country they're meeting with, because this is just way too perfect. Switzerland and Poland shouldn't look this good together. Although some countries don't have defined exact colors to their flag. Some of them, like, I guess, leave them up for interpretation. Everything is going to look good together, though, if you can, like, kind of slightly alter the hues. Can anyone identify this flag? Who felt the need to do this to this poor horse? Although, I must say, it is looking pretty fire. And big thanks to my Patreon supporters. Young Waifu. Fat Nuts. Gerbil Boy. Why am I doing this? Sussy Melody. RyeThePie. Nora the Bald Free Smiley Philipp RF. Ortin 5610. Drew's Argentinian Alex Whitley is Mega Chad. Alfonso M6. aPhatNarwhal. AryanAfterHours. Bringbackpolandball. Canadian Union. istoledrewspetdog. LuxembourgLover. Majestic Unicorn. Max Cooper. McBlorf. And Mimoshiki.